Vicky boy.
What's going on, Vic? And
what's up, buddy?
Viewers, listeners, fans.
From all around the world.
Yeah, from all around the world.
Thank you for tuning in.
For real. We can't do this without your support. So, I mean, we can, but we're broke doing it.
It's difficult. And we've been away since our last show was October 13th, I believe.
Yeah, sometimes you need a break. We definitely did. Today on the show, we'll fill you in on our vacations, my birthday, and Vic's experience at the most miserable place on earth, Disney.
These nuts.
Yeah. Then we'll get into some... These nuts what?
No, these nuts. Disney's. These nuts?
Oh.
No? All right.
Then we'll get into some superstitions that we still believe in some. And after that, we'll talk about some penises that you can actually see from space in today's segment of Jack's News.
Really?
So, yeah. It's actually pretty cool.
There's three things you can see from space, right?
What things?
You have the Las Vegas Strip.
Okay, that makes sense.
All of sanitation, including their dump.
So
and our penises. And our big dicks.
and our own penises.
Technically four, really. I just paired them up because we're always together.
True. This is very true. So, friendly PSA to our viewers and you, Vic. Lotion up because it's getting fucking cold here on the East Coast. And if you're like me, you need some lotion on the hands. It's not just for your dick. Okay.
Yeah, and guys, let me tell you something. I learned this when we were younger. Lotion up your elbows, man. No one wants that scabby elbow.
It's just itchy.
Ashy elbows.
I don't really care about what I look like, as anyone watching this can tell. But I hate being itchy. That's really what it is. So
yeah,
I don't know. So I turned 34, I think, and celebrated with some friends.
Happy birthday!
After 30, I just lose count. 30 is like 30 big. After that, it's 32, 34.
Do you know sometimes I actually mistaken like what my age is? I'll be like I'm like, oh no, wait, I'm an actual year older than that.
Yeah.
I'm like, shit, I got to do the math.
Yeah, you used to be excited. Now it's just another day.
After 21, I think men should stop celebrating their birthdays.
Just altogether?
Yeah, after you're 21, that's it.
I think it's a good reason.
Age is just a number.
It is just a number, but I think we should hold on to the importance of birthdays. If anything else, if not for anything else, just to be able to go out, take the lion out of its cage for a walk every once in a while, go to the watering holes for holes.
Mm-hmm.
I find that fun. And it was nice.
Yeah. I mean, I don't mind people. Like, if you're still celebrating your birthday after 21 as a man, that's fine. But don't do this whole 3-4 day weekend. Just go out around your birthday. Don't do, my birthday's on a Wednesday, so we're going to go out this Friday, Saturday, and the next. No, don't. Stop.
I know people like that. It's amazing. They're all women.
Oh, yeah.
It's birthday month.
Yeah,
yay.
No, it's birthday day. Pick a day. Stick with it, man.
So now I wanted to update everybody on this little trick that I figured out. Now, when I go to my car, it's full all the time.
Yes.
I never have to. It's like it doesn't waste gas. Men, let me tell you my secret. So, all right. So I usually, before this whole thing, before I figured any of all this out, I would fill my tank to, my gas tank would go down to half.
Okay.
And that's when you start hunting I start hunting for gas stations. Where should I go? Lowest price, whatever. But there's this one full service spot that has this gorgeous chick that works there, right? So I know she's a PA9, right?
Okay.
So it's good.
That's a lot.
PA9 is good. They're very rare and few in between out here. I've noticed.
Yeah. All teeth?
All her teeth. They're not originals, but No, I'm kidding. They're original. You could tell But yeah, this chick just makes my pants tight whenever we go, and she's very friendly. Yeah, there you go. And before this, by the way, I just wanted to let everybody know that my wife never filled up the car. It was a manly duty that somewhere in the marriage contract, I didn't read it. It was in fine print. But somewhere on there, apparently, she told me it says that I must fill up the gas tank, even if we have separate cars. I got to bring her car. So now I'm all about it, or at least I was. Because she found out, and I joke about it. I'm like, hey, I'm gonna go fill up. There's my girlfriend's over at that gas station. The poor girl doesn't know anything. So I go over there.
No idea your name.
Yeah, no clue. So and you know, Amanda could be in the car with me, and we'll go fill up, whatever. I'll go look at an ass, some pretty face or whatever. But now I haven't been able to go because now before it even gets to half, it's full again. Yeah. And Amanda's just like, yeah, I know, I filled it up. And I'm like, oh, weird. Yeah. What possessed you? I don't know. Yeah.
Oh, I thought it was just like a magically, like, you know how like I do this at home too. I put like dishes in the sink and then like the next day they're all cleaned and put away. I'm like, how the fuck did that happen?
Yeah, exactly. See, if you hired an attractive dishwasher, then, you know, I would assume your significant other would be like, no, I got it, I'll do it.
Yeah, I'll do it. I don't know why I didn't pay attention to you before.
Yeah, no, I didn't realize it. So, yeah, the fucking car just fills up on its own. It doesn't go below a quarter tank now. I used to fill it up, have it at half, and now it stays at a quarter or more. Mm-hmm. So that's off my bucket list of shit that I got to do. My chores list. We had a birthday weekend extravaganza.
Yes, we did.
Call it an extravaganza. Got to see some old friends that I haven't been with in a long time. Shout out to you guys. Appreciate it. You guys all came out. We went to a bar. It was very nice. It was, you know.
Let me give them a proper shout out.
Yes, please do.
Justin, right? We had Justin there. Jimmy, Jay. For you. A lot of J's. Justin, Jimmy, Jay. Mm-hmm. It was Vinny and Bosco.
We're gonna have to get Bosco on the show one day.
Bosco's scared to come on.
I know. It's all right, Bosco. We won't bite, and neither will the fans. Right, fans?
Yeah. They would love Bosco. Who wouldn't love a Bosco?
He's hilarious. I fucking love this guy.
Yeah.
So, and that's pretty much it for me, man. I just I've really been enjoying the time off, and I'm glad to be back, man. I really am.
Yeah,
glad to be doing this. This is a therapy. I really got to stop looking at it like it's something that I need to do scheduled, but rather just something that for my own health I need to continue to do. So no more breaks for me.
And during the trip, what about your PS5? That shit is.
Oh, crap. All right. So this is my fucking luck, and we're gonna get into lucky and unlucky shit later on with our superstitions, but. My fucking PS5 crapped out a week before the new Call of Duty comes out. Now I had to wait for them to send a box. I got to put it in the box, send it out, and then they're going to fix it, send it back, charge me more money. I swear to God, just a little pro tip. Never buy a PS5 from a trap house.
Sony, I hope you're not listening.
Nah, I don't give a fuck.
Nah, fuck them.
They're going to charge me to fix it anyway. It's not like... you know, they're getting anything out of it. The PS5
I know it comes
was
with a year warranty, but I'm pretty sure it's been over a year.
It hasn't.
Can't use.
It hasn't, but I need proof of purchase, and that's how they fuck you over.
Well, that's how you fuck yourself over.
That is true. It's also very true. And now they're like in Walmarts everywhere. You don't even got to there's no more waiting in line and getting secret messages and.
That's my Christmas gift to myself this year.
Yeah.
A nice $850 PS5 dual controller charger pack.
Just another reason to get yelled at on the weekends.
Yes. Now football, now this.
Yeah.
The new Call of Duty,
the PS5 is silent.
Yeah.
So maybe she won't hear it.
She won't.
She won't hear. What's going on with you on your side of the road, man?
Well, I got a lot of updates. I'm the one that lacks in updates, but this time around, got a few. I mean, obviously, I went to Disney, Universal, Florida, did the PA. I have fantasy football updates. But I want to start off with my boarding pass scare. For some reason, I don't lose anything. I've always had my wallet. I'm the guy where I put everything in the same spot. Like, I'll know if someone was in my house, even if a piece of paper was turned.
Right.
Yeah, so it's crazy. Like, I always misplace my boarding pass, and I give myself 4 to 5 fucking heart attacks because from the minute I get it from the printout where you hand your luggage till you get to TSA, I got to like take it out twice. Then once you pass all the security, I always forget where I put it. And I remember one time I left it actually in the bin. I had to go through all the bins that were on top of each other, and I found it there. You would think the person putting the bins stacked up would be like, oh, shit, there's a boarding pass. Let me bring it to the front so they can yell this idiot's name out.
Not their job.
Now, so I always have a boarding pass scare. I hate it. But I do want to say JetBlue, even though I wanted to boycott them for that one time, remember my bag was like 2 pounds over. They made me pay $135 as a veteran.
Yeah, that's right.
Whatever. We got JetBlue because that was the best deal we could have got. I mean, it was literally round trip. The airport is 2 miles away from my house. Mm-hmm. And it came to like $176. You can't beat that.
No, that's actually.
But they
really
have
good.
new aircrafts. They have like the monitors behind the seats are huge. Now they connect to your phone.
What?
I mean, there's one thing I didn't like, that you can't connect their wireless. Like my headphones, I forgot to bring the wire, so there's no Bluetooth. And then you have to purchase their $6 fucking thing. But I refuse to do that. On the way there, the way back, I was like, oh, I want to watch Halloween. I never got to watch it. The one we covered back then with Mike Myers.
Any
Halloween
good?
Kills. Horrible. I didn't like it at all. Yeah, at some points it was good. At some points it's like, all right, your objective is to kill this man. And like finally at the end, you find him, you beat him, and then you leave him on the ground and walk away and tell the whole world. And then obviously he comes back up and he starts beating the shit out of her and killing everything he sees. So
you mean the guy? What's his name from Halloween? Mike Myers?
Yeah, Michael Myers.
The guy? Michael Myers, they defeated him, they beat him up, left him on the ground, and then just walked away without like double tapping him in the head. Like, who the fuck?
Yeah. And then fucking, it's just crazy. But I watched it on the ride home. And then like, I love Florida. Obviously it's, we went, it wasn't too hot. It was high 80s some days, maybe high 70s. low 80s. Didn't go lower than 60. I think it was like the lowest was like 72, but it's crazy because you fly from New York, you land in Florida, and now like you go get your baggage, and now we're waiting for our driver to come pick us up. And as soon as the sliding doors open, it's like a hot air of swamp alligator pussy that just fucking knocks you in the face. And I'm like, it's a little hot here. But
glad to be here.
Yeah, I know. Glad to be here. Let's go. And then basically, so like I said, I went to the happiest place on earth for some, miserable for others. And it's always a good time. There's some hacks. Let me get it, because I didn't write this down. But if you do go to Disney, space your parks. Go to a park the next day, stay at your hotel, go to the pools, go shop, and then go to a park the next day, because the amount of walking is insane. And then I love Disney because I know it's the happiest place on earth, but I feel like there's a lot of heavy people that go to these things. Some of them do 20%. It right.
Yeah, 20%.
I would say a lot more than that.
Really?
Yeah, because when it's not the hot weathers, maybe 20%, but when it's a little, like, it wasn't hot in Florida when I went, but it wasn't cold. And there was a lot of heavy people, man.
So that's like probably what lifting. It is, because if it's too hot, then the rolls sweat and it's just uncomfortable.
Yeah, I love them because it's like their true happiness comes out. Like after Disney, they look like miserable GameStop managers, but when they're there, they kind of have like this like they're happier than pig and shit. And like they're playing that game. There was a game everyone was playing, Heads Up. You put the phone on your head. You know what I'm talking about? And then the person's got to like reenact or give you clues.
That's the only motion that fat people can still do is arms to their face.
Arms to their face, that's it. There's no difference than picking up a piece of meat. You're going a little higher, but you're resting. And they would like rest their thumbs, like they couldn't hold it up. They would like rest their thumbs on their hat. Yeah. Everyone was playing that fucking game. It was getting annoying too, because it's like, I get it, we're waiting in line, but there was like 17 groups of like 5 or 6, and obviously the fat people are always the loudest.
This is look,
the clues they were given. I actually recorded some of this shit on my phone, but I couldn't. Like one poor kid couldn't like the Honey BB family couldn't like let the guy know what the porcupine was. Mm-hmm. So it's like a big was back. And I'm like, oh God. But
that's funny. Yeah, I don't get that. I mean, I've been to Disney, but what I don't understand is how can you justify price for, realistically, if you add up all of the minutes that you actually spend on any of these rides, most of your time spent is waiting for the ride.
Oh yeah, I'm right here getting into that right now.
Oh, all right.
We didn't buy I think Disney calls it the Lightning Pass or something.
Yeah.
We went to Magic Kingdom at the end, but before Magic Kingdom, we had the Hopper, so we went to Animal Kingdom.
Okay.
And it was funny because we had to wait on lines with regular people, and everyone's cutting us. And I go, Dom, how does it feel to be poor? it was too expensive. I mean, you're talking just between us and tickets. I'm talking 2 parks at Disney, 1 at Universal. You're spending over $1,400, and then they want an additional $150 each for these fucking lightning things. And we only really went on like a few trips, a few rides. We didn't go. I mean, the ride that I went in Animal Kingdom was amazing, the Avatar ride. And here's a cheat code: when you're on that ride, folks, hug your thighs to that ride because you actually feel the Avatar or whatever the fuck it's called breathing. It's pretty cool.
Really?
It's like a virtual roller coaster. I mean, it's a roller coaster, but you feel like you're soaring and flying.
Okay, yeah, there's a couple of those. At Universal, they had a Simpson one that was like that. I remember back
Simpson,
in the day, I think
they have Transformers. They have the Harry Potter ones. I'll get into that. And then comparing the parks together, it was kind of weird because Disney is they're very professional, right? Even if you're doing something wrong, they'll be like, "Hey, friends, we can't do this here," or "Hey," like I actually got to sneak in a cigarette here and there, like where there was like nobody in there.
Right.
And they'd be like, "Hey, friends, we can't smoke here." And I'm like, "Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, I didn't know." And I put it out. No problem, friends. As at Universal, like no one said anything. Like I was in the corner, they would just look and be like,
I love Universal so much more.
Yeah, so I think the people that get fired from Disney end up working at Universal.
For sure. And it's the happiest day of their lives.
Yeah. It's like you can kill someone in Disney and they'll be like, "Hey friend, let's put that M4 down, okay? Let's put that AR-15 down. Let's get a hug from Mickey." At Universal, they'll be like fucking filming it like, "Yeah, this motherfucker's going crazy right now." Yeah.
You see one of them with their Universal shirts going, "World Star."
Yeah.
No, but, dude, there's a very significant difference that I now thinking back, I remember because I went to Disney and I was young, but I had some money. So we got a wheelchair between me and my brother. And,
best thing in the world.
We weren't super fat, but we weren't trying to just stand up the whole day, and having a chair with wheels is so much better. But the people at Disney were like, "No, wait online like everyone else. There's whatever, and there's happiest day, and then you just whatever."
I'm the boss.
They sugarcoat the fact that they're not gonna break any rules or give any exceptions or whatever. But then you go to Universal, I noticed that we didn't even get off the fucking ride again. They were just letting us ride it again, whatever it was. They were just like, "Yeah, fuck it, I don't give a fuck.
Yeah,
I'll do it." And at Disney, they're like, "No, you gotta get off. I don't care that you don't have a leg.
Yeah, just get off, hop it off." Yeah, but yeah, and that's another thing. It's like you spent we went on 2 major rides, and we're talking over an hour. We waited to get on the line.
Just one ride, right?
Yeah. Good thing one of them was on a Sunday, so I was watching Sunday football. So to me, it didn't really matter. I was
I'm sure
watching.
She was loving you.
Yeah, I know. And then, but I do gotta complain. As much as I love Universal more than Disney. I mean, depending, if you go with kids, maybe Disney's more the thing, but Universal's more for the adults. But the Harry Potter ride, the Spider-Man, and the Transformer ride all kind of stopped mid-flight. And it was kind of like, oh, fuck, you don't get the full enjoyment. At one point, I was almost halfway,
Did they give you a reason for why they decided to stop it?
No, they didn't give you a reason. And for the Harry Potter ride, they booted us off and they said, "Okay, get out." And then, but for the the Transformers and the Spider-Man, they actually gave us a one-time lightning pass. So they kind of helped us out in a way.
Right.
But I was going to say, the entire time I wanted to bring up the whole talk, the walking and everything. My thighs were chafing. My feet had blisters after the second day.
Yeah.
I had to give myself a moose knuckle because I guess my underwears just couldn't take it no more. So I had to actually lift my shorts up in there. So weird. And I was walking horribly. It was noticeable, bad.
That you were in pain.
That I was in pain. And at one time at the last, because we did Disney, Universal, then we went to Epcot. for the wine and food festival, and then I wanted to eat at the Canadian Steakhouse. That's my enjoyment. We didn't get to eat at the Canadian Steakhouse because I had to leave. I said, I can't do this. We got to go back to the room.
Because you just had to leave.
I went back to the room, took a shower, laid down. I ended up making dinner reservations at another steakhouse, which is called Eddie V's. Amazing. If you're down in Florida, Orlando, Eddie V's steakhouse or Prime House, whatever the hell they call it. Amazing food, amazing service. Like probably top 3 steakhouses I've ever been.
Nice.
Might even be number 2.
Come on, man. You should know by now. Always bring a spare pair of underwear.
No, I had to the park. Yeah, but I ended up during the last day I had to go to Walmart, had to get the Aquaform. I had to get Dr. Schultz heel thing. Those things, they worked, but they didn't work. You know what I mean? Like I had raw meat in between my legs, and I still fucking manned it out. Like, you know, I was kind of like bleeding, had a little rash.
The obese people inside their wheelchairs selling the pins. They're definitely
it's
looking
crazy.
at you.
And then you
like,
see people. Yeah, you
first
see
time,
people. The people 5 times the size of me are going, this kid didn't know.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, what? I didn't know. I thought I could walk. You know, we did over like 27 miles in like 2.5 days, bro. That's insane.
Get them miles in, boyo.
And then you're wearing a poncho, which is killing me.
My drug rug.
Yeah, your drug rug. It's killing me deep inside because, not to make this segment even bigger, we're going to get into the superstitious, but it's a great story. So we in Epcot, we go to Mexico. And if you're familiar with the Disney movie Coco, the inside is exactly like Coco.
Good movie.
Like you think you're in that little village.
Uh-huh.
And I seen a poncho and I go, I got to have this poncho. I want this poncho. And long story short, I didn't get the poncho for a reason.
I'm listening.
And it was not superstitious, but it was like a sign from God. Because it ended up, because Dom goes, you don't need a poncho. Why are you getting a poncho? Blah, 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 $120. First of all, it wasn't $120. It was $35. It wasn't as nice as yours, but it was a nice poncho. And 5 minutes later, it starts to downpour for an hour and a half, and we have to buy 2 Disney clear plastic ponchos that were $15 each. And I looked at her and I said, thank you. Thank you to the Mexican gods. Because now we have 2 ponchos instead of 1 that I could have just got.
I wouldn't have gave it to her. I'd have worn both.
Yeah.
No, you don't need a poncho. No, you can't have a poncho.
Exactly.
I can't have a poncho. It's just
That's
the way
it.
of the
Get
world.
caught in the rain. All right, and then before we get into our segment, I figure I give the listeners my fantasy football week updates. I'm struggling in one league, my Yahoo league. I have all my starters are pretty much out. I have Jamar Chase out. He could be out from 2 to 6 weeks.
Oof.
I have Adam Lazar out, my wide receiver. He could be out for the next week or 2. James Conner's been out for 3 weeks, going on 4, I believe. Marquise Brown is placed in the IR. So I'm hurting. But here's my starting lineup.
What's
so if
IR?
you have any of these players, IR is injured reserve. So that means when they go in the IR, they're guaranteed missing 4 weeks. When they're just out, it could be, 1, 2, 3 weeks.
Mm-hmm.
Who knows? So when they're placed in the IR, for the next 4 to 5 weeks, you definitely need somebody. Starting, I have Josh Allen as quarterback. In my wide receivers positions, I have Chris Olave, Hunter Renfrow. For my running backs, I have Derrick Henry. Eno Benjamin is a good pickup. James Conner is out. Pick him up. Tight end, I have George Kittle. And then in my flex, I have no one else to start, but I have to pick the wide receiver, Drake London. Kicker, I have McManus, which I like to call McAnus.
McAnus, yeah.
Yep. And then in the defense, I picked up the Tennessee Titans, who are going against the Houston, whatever they are. I forgot. Sorry. I'm thinking Houston Astros World Series. By the way, shout out to Phillies. They won game 1. But, so the Houston. And, I'm not going to win this game unless Derrick Henry, Josh Allen, and Chris Olave go ham. And maybe, Benjamin has like a 2-touchdown game. And then in my ESPN league, I have another situation where I have my players out. I have Deebo Samuel out. He is a wide receiver elite. I have Ezekiel Elliott. He's out, which is my running back. I have Mike Williams, who's out, but also on a bye. I have Cordell Patterson, who's in my IR. And then my tight end, who's going to be a top 5 tight end guaranteed. He's out now, David Njoku. But here's my starters. I have Joe Burrow in the quarterback position. I have Derrick Henry again and Eno Benjamin as my running backs. Wow, I didn't even know I have both running backs from both leagues starting. And then in my wide receiver, I have no wide receiver, so I have to end up picking Garrett Wilson from the Jets, Paris Campbell, and Josh Reynolds. I got Robert Bobby Tunyon from the Green Bay Packers starting in my tight end. And I have Aaron Jones in my flex, which he's playing the Bills. I don't think he's going to be great. But on top of that, I have the Bills defense, and I have McAnus again as a kicker.
Mm-hmm.
So,
what an unfortunate name. You know he got made fun
McManus. of. Yeah. I don't know. Well,
Junior high
you
was
get
not
picked fun
kind.
of, but now when you're making millions of dollars kicking a ball 4 times a week, I don't care what my last name is. Yeah, Blankenship. You would love the. Yeah, you would love. He's still in the pros. I don't know if he's on. I think he was on the Colts last, but you would love the story of Blankenship. He's a kicker, but he's also like a geeky nerd where he collects everything in the world. Like, it's amazing. Great story. I'll try to find a video for you.
Nice.
But Jack, let's get into the superstitious ritual.
All right, well.
Superstitious.
I don't know how the rest of the writing on the wall. I don't know how the fuck the song goes. But yeah, some of these superstitious rituals are okay. So I don't follow all of them. You don't follow all of them.
No.
Likely not a lot of people follow them. But there's some that even I still do. I don't announce that I do it, but we'll get into the first one here, which is knocking on wood. If you're an adult that still calls it out like you're a 5-year-old, knock on wood.
Yeah,
we can't be friends. Just knock and do your fucking ritual, and hopefully good luck will or you knock on wood to avoid bad luck. So it's kind of like you don't want to mention something out loud, put it in the universe.
Yeah.
Which I tend to do a lot because I think it and then I don't care about repercussions. And then I'm like, oh shit, I gotta retract that statement, and then I knock on the wood, and it all goes away.
In your mind,
in my mind, yeah. And if I can't find
makes
wood,
you feel better though.
Can't find wood, knock on your dick. It's about the same.
Yeah, knock on your dick or head, right?
Dick or head, yeah. Or dickhead.
Yeah. Yeah. So these we'll mention some of the ones we have. I mean, I have 2 that are not really superstitious, but for me, I have to do it maybe it's more OCD. I don't know. But when I used to play baseball, I would have to, like, when I got up to bat, I make sure my hand is up. I call time. I touch the plate twice. I lift my left collar, my left shirt up a little bit.
For the swing.
I wind up, and I always take the first pitch. I don't care if it's down the middle, whatever it is. It's a superstitious thing. Yeah, we're talking softball, so softball's a little different from baseball.
Right.
And then when I fly on planes, like, I play this one song for takeoff and for landing. It's by a metal band called Miss May I. It's called Tangled Tongues. And I will put it on repeat.
I actually don't know what that is.
Yes, it's a nice metal song. I actually seen these guys when I lived in Texas for a little bit during the military years. I went to, it's a very popular thing they do where all the bands get together. Warped Tour.
Yeah.
That's what it was, yeah. And they happened to be there. Never knew who they were. I was there. My boy goes, yo, they're good. We're going. I said, all right, let's go. And we listened to them. And then this song came on, and I was like, holy shit. Like, this is insane. It's Miss May I, and the song is called Tangled Tongues. So, yeah, every time I get on a flight, as soon as the captain comes on and goes, we're going to take off. I play it. I just hit repeat, put these noise cancellation things, and I listen to about it 3 times, because what does it take?
Holy fuck!
8 to 12 minutes to actually adjust, and then it goes into autopilot. Well, it's been working. I've been living.
Does the song have anything to do with superstitions, or is
it has nothing to do? I just I love the instrument part. I love the screaming. I love the words. It just has nothing to do with taking off and nothing to do with landing. It's just the only song I can find where somebody was yelling or getting stabbed and shot with the music and the instrumental going. I would not have no clue with these noise cancellation headphones that anything's going on around me.
Fucking half the plane's missing behind you. Why is it so windy?
And I love it. I'm sitting there and Dom's like, open the window, and I'm like pointing at my headphones. I'm like, nope. Close my eyes. We're fine.
Hilarious.
Yeah. But those are some of ours. But here's some of the stuff. I mean, everyone can relate to these, and we went on the web and we found them, and then we wanted to find the origins of most of them. Most of them that we could.
Because let's be honest, a lot of these don't really make a lot of sense these days, but they've been kind of changed in a way to all right, so let me give you an example. Whenever a bird shits on you, or if you step in dog shit, everybody, oh, it's good luck. If it was, I wouldn't have gotten shit on. So I need to know.
It's not good luck.
No, it's just something that we now say to each other. If we say,
I think, or I think like some higher up in the hierarchy charts got shitted on, and they didn't want to like look embarrassed, and they go, "No, this is good luck, my good man."
Right. Well, all right. So originally, this was good luck because if there's birds, there's food, and if there's food, you live a long life, and it's kind of like, what are the odds of you getting shit on? Well, if you have a farm, there's good odds. So if you have a farm, you're going to do well. But when it's 7:30 in the morning and you're heading down into the subway and fucking
to an interview
takes a shit, to an interview, takes a shit all over your fucking jacket, and it happens every day to at least, I don't know how many people there are in New York City right now, and I don't know how many birds there are, but I'm pretty sure it's a 1-for-1. So
it happens more often.
And
they purposely wait. I see those birds. They'll climb up on one of the phone lines and then just shit as soon as they see cars or people walking.
They're waiting for you.
That's awesome.
So that's one that I don't necessarily follow, and I don't like it when people tell me that it's good luck because you're full of shit. You want to take the next one?
Not really.
All right, I'll take it. So
I hate black cats.
I've never understood the problem with black cats, but apparently I
got a story once you read it about a kid that I grew up with.
Well, the origins of the black cat, where the whole thing started, was ancient Greece, and Zeus's wife Hera once transformed her servant into a black cat to punish her for the birth of Hercules, and she went on to become an assistant to another god and the goddess of witchcraft, and black cats have had this unique meaning in a bunch of different cultures ever since then. But that's where it started, ancient Greece. A lot of these are going to start either ancient Greece or ancient Egypt. So just to show you, like, thousands of years, this shit's been going. And here we are with Don't Cross a Black Cat. What you wrote here, I have never heard or saw, so I'm going to need you to explain.
Okay, so what I put here is spit on the ground 3 times or don't cross the line. Now, for me, I've I grew up on one of these friends, acquaintances now. Every time a black cat would cross us, whether we were driving and you couldn't reverse and go down another route, you would have to spit on the floor 3 times. And if you were walking and you couldn't, like, because when a black cat crosses, just imagine an invisible line, right?
Okay.
You can't cross that because then it's bad luck. So you either spit on the ground 3 times and continue your day, or you backtrack and go around a whole complete box.
Mm-hmm.
So it's better just to spit on the ground. And I was younger when we did this, so I was like, oh, shit. Like, is this true? Because, growing up, obviously, a lot of Guinea families.
They
take this shit serious. Especially with my mom with the umbrella in the house. Forget about it.
That's another one on the list. Yeah, there's a bunch of them that back in it, and they don't make any sense. The don't cross a black cat, like as if I'm pretty sure that if you were to go to your mom or any of your relatives and was like, "Hey, the black cat," oh no, don't cross the path of the black cat. Really? Why? Well, now you know, because in ancient Greece, some god turned another person into a black cat. And it's all utter horseshit. So whenever you see small black cat, just tell them to grow the fuck up.
Yeah, some people have it as pets.
Yeah, seriously.
All right. Walking under the ladder. I don't see an origin story here, but we do see some ways to reverse it. Am I correct?
Right. So I didn't write it down. But the walking under a ladder thing, ancient Egypt, triangles are very important to
I get
Egyptians. And when you walk...
Also important in New York City, too, apparently.
Really?
No, I'm joking. That's the punchline. We're taking something from ancient Egypt and bringing it to New York City where you see people working in ladders all day.
All day, but not
like
underneath.
You have no
them.
choice but to go under a ladder, or you could add another 10 minutes to your route, walking route.
Yeah, it's an OSHA violation, good sir. How dare you walk under a ladder? No, it makes sense though why you wouldn't want to walk under a ladder.
Yeah, because you don't want to die potentially.
There's actual real life consequences to working under a ladder. Somebody's probably working on it or will be working on it. If you're a scumbag like me, there's probably a drill stuck in the hole at the top of the fucking...
I had to go smoke a coffee, so I left my fucking 50-pound drill with a 2-pound fucking bit inside the hole.
So don't fucking do it. No, but there are ways to remedy this bad luck if you do find yourself walking under a ladder. One remedy is to keep your fingers crossed until you see a dog.
Oh, boy.
No clue where the fuck that one came from. I don't know why we got to involve dogs. Or you can walk backwards under the ladder so you can commit the same thing but more dangerously.
Yeah. Yeah. You got to walk backwards now. Some people can't even walk forward.
Right. So you take the route backwards and apparently it takes away the bad luck. I don't know. Just don't walk under a fucking ladder. You're good.
Don't do it.
Yeah, don't do it.
Umbrella in the house.
Another
one from ancient Egypt. The Egyptians' civilization, the sun is represented as a god opening, and an umbrella is the shade, or opening in its indoors, was seen as an insult to the son of God. To the sun god. Sorry. To the godson. The sun god.
Sun god.
Yeah, I actually follow this one. I don't like when umbrellas are open in the house, but like I said, I don't know the meanings. I just get told this as a very young kid.
Mm-hmm.
Which pretty much that's why we're trying to keep away from all the teaching of young kids in today's world with all this ridiculousness. It's because people then eventually follow these laws or codes.
Mm-hmm. So umbrella in the house. Don't disrespect the sun gods. They'll be mad at you. Let them shine on you in your house. I don't see what I'm saying. A lot of these don't really apply because I'm sure back in those days, you might have needed to open an umbrella in your fucking house, especially who had umbrellas in ancient Egypt anyway.
I would love to see what umbrella looked like in those times.
Right? Yeah.
Maybe a poncho.
It's just a bunch of palm trees stuck to a branch.
I like this one though.
The broken mirror one, it's a good one. I think there's a lot of people that are just afraid of mirrors in general. Like they don't like mirrors facing them.
I think we definitely found the better definition to this. So the Greeks believed that reflections from any pool of water reveals one's soul. But it was the Roman artisans who learned to manufacture mirrors from polished metals. And they believed their gods observed people's soul through these devices, meaning the mirror. So to damage a mirror was considered to be disrespectful, and to the gods that they would rain bad luck on you for being careless. I mean, I've broken mirrors by accident, not purposely, like took a hammer and broke it, but I've always had bad luck my whole life, but I don't think it's that bad, right?
And they set up like, 7 years. Like there's an actual...
7 years of bad luck.
Because God's there with this fucking calendar.
What about 34 years of bad luck?
34.
It's my whole life.
Yeah, God's up there with a calendar, like, Vic's coming up on his, he's about to be done with his bad luck sentence. Oh, he just broke a mirror. Throw another 7 on, son of a bitch.
Make it 14. He'll get 7 if he's good.
And there's no going back. Like, there's no remedy. You can't glue it together. You're just fucked. So, no mirror breaking.
I did see something how people, if they broke a mirror, they would have to put it like in like one of those garlic crushers and just fucking crush it till they're like powder. But don't quote me. There's only so much I can read. Yeah, you're lucky I got the definition for that one.
Yeah. So this next one we all do, right? I think you do it. I think our viewers do it.
I look at it, but I don't do it.
You don't do it? Why? Because you're afraid of looking like a fucking poor person?
Yes.
Oh, I don't care.
I don't know. I just never... I don't know.
So the next one is the lucky penny pickup. Who doesn't pick up a penny on heads? You always pick up a penny if it's on heads.
Yeah.
If you're cheap, you pick it up when it's on tails too.
Here, listen. Yeah. This is from Ancient Guineas.
Ancient Guineas.
No. So I don't pick it up off the floor, but if I do buy a scratch off and I open my glove compartment, I look for the penny that's heads up.
Okay.
That's the only time but it's my penny. I earned that penny. It came from change.
Okay. Sounds
I'm not
good.
picking up a penny from the floor. I don't know.
So the heads of pennies became associated with good, while tails became associated with evil.
Evil.
And it came to be seen as unlucky if you pick it up on tail side up. So, let us know if you guys pick up your pennies. I know I do. They're not worth the effort to bend down and pick them up. Like, that's how shit their value is, monetarily wise. But I just do it just to do it. Fuck it.
Yeah. It might bring good luck, right?
It's worth a shot.
Friday the 13th.
Friday the 13th.
So,
good
I got to be honest. Yeah, I tried looking up an actual origin definition. There's really no true meaning. There really isn't. But what I can tell you is in the 19th century, there was from the Bibles and movies that the number 13 just brought bad luck. So they put the Friday the 13th. I don't know. So people tend to believe this because every time on the Friday the 13th, people tend to just see more bad than good, which is probably not true. But you're just expecting. I remember when I was a kid, it was Friday the 13th. I seen like 2 people get hit by a car and, and a house on fire. And I was like, oh my God, Friday the 13th. But it's just coincidence, I think. If you actually know the real meaning, then go ahead and comment below and school us because we didn't do our homework. But I tried. I looked at the first 5 Google things, try to compare them. But there's no true meaning of Friday the 13th besides it comes from a few bad things in the 19th century with some Bible stories being Friday the 13th that someone just said, all right, well, for now on, Friday the 13th is bad. Yeah. And then the movies had the Halloween, Jason.
But some people don't go out. Some people will.
Oh, yeah. My mom wouldn't go out.
See? Yeah. I'm telling you, these old school guineas, man, they really believe in this shit. They don't go out.
They believe in a lot of shit. My mother believes in every single one of these things we mentioned, and there's probably 1,000 more.
Yes. This next one I don't follow, but my wife does.
I do follow this one.
You want to? No, I'll do this one.
You sure?
Yeah, I'll do this. Right. So, itchy palms. Right? I don't know if any of our listeners have ever heard of this or if they follow it themselves, but the right palm, if your right palm gets itchy, it is said that you will be coming into money. And if your left palm is itchy, you will be either losing money or getting into a fight. All in all, it's just bad luck.
By the way, this is I looked up the definition. Some people believe left palm brings you more, right palm brings you less. It's just dependent on how you rule it. But the common one that I've seen was the right palm brings money, left palm loses money or fight.
Yeah. So yeah, I don't know. This one I never followed it, so this is definitely one that I'm like, whatever. It's not a big fucking deal. But Amanda has time and time again been like, oh, my palm's itchy.
Yeah.
Am I gonna get money? And I'm like,
not from me.
2 + 1 = 7? What the fuck? Like, itchy palms means you're gonna get money. To me, it doesn't make any sense. There's really no the Saxons. Okay, so the original white people believed that rubbing your skin on silver was a cure for most diseases. So they started to rub their itchy palms on silver. And eventually it just turned into the superstition that an itch meant that silver was coming your way. So
and obviously we're not in that time, so now it's money.
So, right. So now if you're itchy, scratch it with your useless dollar bills.
Yes.
So you can get the cocaine residue all over yourself.
All right. And then the last one here before we get into Jack's news is salt over the shoulder. So you need to spill salt. I think if you spill salt and you waste it, now you need to pour it in your hand and waste more over your shoulder. Yes. This one I never got. I don't do this. I know there is people that do this.
Mm-hmm. My wife.
Yeah. Oh, she does do this?
She does this, and it irritates me every time.
Okay. You wrote the definition here. So I don't. You just take it away because I don't know in which order you have it in.
Well, here's some background on the salt over your shoulders. Something that I never noticed. If you take a good look at Leonardo da Vinci's painting of the Last Supper, you'll see that Judas, right, of Iscariot, has knocked the salt over with his elbow. And
Really?
because Judas portrayed Jesus Christ in the Bible, people began because Judas betrayed Jesus Christ in the Bible, as we all know that story. This isn't Bible story time, but I feel like everyone knows this one. Judas betrayed Jesus Christ. And people began associating salt with lies and disloyalty.
Oh, so if they hit and spill the salt, you are
a Judas.
Betrayal.
Yeah, you're a bad
Judas.
person.
You're a bad person. You're a liar.
But there's a remedy. If you spill salt,
yes,
you can throw salt over you could grab more salt. You could waste more
left
salt.
shoulder. Yes.
Throw it over your left shoulder because that will blind the devil who was waiting there to force you.
The devil's on the left?
The devil's on the left.
Oh, okay. Okay, so you know what? Out of all of them, even though this is the most bizarre one, this actually has the best origin meeting.
I love it. I fucking love it.
This is great.
I'm going to start throwing salt just for shits and giggles.
Yeah, I'm going to start knocking salt purposely in front of people and just see how they look at it.
Go to your girl. Back, devil, back!
The power of Christ compels you.
My eyes! See? You're fucking wicked.
Oh, that's great.
No, but so from what I was able to understand from all of this, the actual what was going on is that it's supposed to prevent you from fucking up again. So when you knock over salt, because salt used to be expensive, it was like, fuck, I just knocked it over. Well, instead of wasting it, you pick up a little, throw it over your shoulder, and go, all right, that's the worst it's going to get. I won't do it again, kind of thing. And that's pretty much where that dies down. So I like it. Okay. I'm going to.
Do you think Brittany Grenier is throwing salt over her shoulder every day?
I think she has
9 years and
she made a circle with salt. All
yeah. You know, like the dead body when they chalk it.
Yeah,
yes. Salt. That's how she sleeps at night. You told me she was starving herself.
Yeah, she's doing
what is that, like an activist
strike
move or something? Oh yeah.
Yeah.
She should glue her hands on the floor of the prison.
Yes.
Yes. The Russian people will look at her and be like, "Hey, what a dumb bitch!"
Now you piss and shit right there.
So she no eat. Okay, learn with your feet, like my cousin Borat. That's what he does. He got no arms, the fucking guy.
Yeah.
So you got to eat with feet. That's what you're going to be doing. That's it. Yeah.
She's gonna need a lot of salt. She just she lost her appeal, so she's gonna be there for a while.
She lost her appeal. Why are you appealing? You already said you were guilty.
Yes.
What are you appealing? The 9 years?
I don't know. I've never seen this move before. Maybe if we have any lawyers.
Does she even have money for these lawyers? I mean, eventually, she's only making 200-something thousand a year.
Yeah, but the Russians were paying her $1 million a year.
Okay, so she has some. All right, so they just getting their money back and then they'll release her.
Yeah, I'm sure they just they come up to her. You want to go outside? You want to see sun? You play basketball.
Yes,
for free. No, I think it's definitely not going to be going very well for her.
In 9 years, we'll be just over 40s. Like, we'll be early 40s.
For 2 cartridges of...
And what did I tell you? What did I tell you? I'll find the episode. I'll put it in the link below. We went over this. And I said, just give it a month. Americans are not... They're going to be over this. I don't even think it was a month.
If you didn't write it in the notes, I didn't...
Yes. You had no idea. It just came up in my head. I'm like, what's going on with this girl? Because I remember mentioning it. Does anyone care? No one cares no more. No one's going out protesting. No one's has their profile pictures as Brittany Grenier.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure her own wife found somebody.
Everyone built the bridge and got over it. Basketball season's here. That's why.
Now the men are playing.
Yes. We got bigger and better things to worry about, ladies. All right, we're ready for Jack's news.
Yeah, let's roll into it.
Jack, what do we got?
So, as humans, we love penises. Whether you're a man or a female.
I'm they, them.
Huh?
I'm they, them.
But go ahead. It's not a perfect image, especially if you see a realistic penis. They're actually kind of ugly. But the shape of 2 balls in a phallus, for some reason, has been found like all over the planet in different Pompeii, the city of Pompeii would just put penises everywhere. It was a good luck thing. Plus, there was kind of a whore town. Brothels everywhere. So you stick a penis outside your brothel, like you would.
Next vacation?
Yeah, no, not anymore. They did that once upon a time, and then the volcano fucking cooked them all up. So they don't do that no more. But you can still go and get a little penis trinket. I was there a couple of years ago. Not bad. So we love the penis so much that we've built monuments to this great shape. Some of these monuments are so large that you can see them from space. Now you're thinking, well, the Vegas Strip is huge, and we can see that from space.
Yeah.
How big of a cock do you need to make to see it from space?
So big.
So big.
Yeah. So big.
So I got an article about a penis that can be seen from space that was made in a dry lake bed in Australia. And it's become affectionately known as the Aussie Wiener. This was the article, or origin was about this one penis, but then I continue to read the article as one does, and apparently there's a bunch of these. Not in lake beds, but like, for instance, in the UK, a giant man with a giant cock was carved into the side of a hill, which could be seen from space.
Really?
Dope.
No, we can't.
Yeah, you can.
Okay.
And in 2007, some UK students used a weed killer to make like a bluish penis on the school lawn, which that could be seen from space. Apparently, it was a big lawn. If I was an alien, I would be afraid of getting gang raped as soon as I landed.
Yeah.
If your whole planet is just so fascinated with these penises, I would not want to be here.
There's a lot of SpaceX rockets here. Wow.
Yeah. They send big metal penises.
Yeah.
And they have penises everywhere. Don't think this place is for me. Get back in the car. We're going to a different 7-Eleven.
If they think that's crazy, the aliens, wait until they meet a... forget it.
Excuse me, it's man. It is man.
That thing. They're like, I gotta go. That's clearly a man. Looks like a fucking pro wrestler.
Oh my god. It's just, I don't know, man. It's, the pro wrestler in a dress. It is ma'am. But it's too funny, and I could see why aliens just haven't come out and been like, hey, we're here. Like, I wouldn't want to be friends with us either. No.
If Joe Biden gets elected for another term, I think they're just going to come out and say, we can't take this shit no more.
You know what? To not be political on this episode, I'm just going to drop that and not continue. All right? Okay. This one's for you. Good show, man.
So that's it.
That's it.
That was it. Jack, what do you got for our listeners?
Dude, I want to thank everybody for tuning in. I hope to see you guys on the next one. And I personally appreciate the support. You can catch us everywhere podcasters found. YouTube. We'll one day get a Rumble up. I guess we got to wait to get kicked off of YouTube first, but we'll get that going.
Yeah. So thank you for listening. I know it's been a while. We're coming back from vacation, but we have a lot of shit in our minds that we have to get out and tell you people because that's how we go.
So a mandatory rub.
So like I said, if you want to show your love and support, we don't ask for money at all. We don't ask for nothing. We just ask for, give us a follow on Instagram at UnFollowVic Podcast, subscribe, hit the notification button on YouTube, and just comment below and let us know what you want to hear so we can cover it because it's fun. I like to interact with our listeners and loyal audience, but until next week, peace.